Welcome to this new docuseries where I'm going to take you through, by vlogging, a 12-week fat loss phase. I'm doing this in celebration of the 17th year that I lost 150 pounds. So rewind, back in the day, not too long ago, but 17 years ago, July 24th, 2007, I weighed in on a scale at 350 pounds and it sucked. But it was also the first day and the first step. Not necessarily the first step, but one of the steps towards changing my life and taking a whole different path. I lost 150 pounds in 1 year through diet and exercise. All natural. That was it. I learned how to count calories. I learned about macronutrients. Not only did I learn about them because I actually did know about those things, I learned how to apply them in an effective way that would work for my body. I learned about basal metabolic rate, how much calories my own body burned, and how to play with those equations and make them work for me. And I think the biggest thing that I learned before I even made this step and change is and was and still is that I am worthy of living a great life. So this is 17 years later. This is a celebration of that step and that year that I lost 150 pounds and the longevity of keeping the weight off. What does it take to keep being successful, sustainable, longevity with keeping weight off, staying in shape, being fit after 40, and loving your life, right? Because life has ups and downs. So this is going to be my 12-week journey of showing you what it looks like. I have no idea what's going to happen. Even just saying this out loud, different sorts of circumstances and opportunities have come to life, and I'm just gonna put it all in the vlog. So this will be a bit of lifestyle vlog and a little bit of fitness vlog and a little bit of education vlog as I show you what it's like in the here and now of going through a 12-week fat loss phase. My goal in this 12 weeks is to drop a couple percent of body fat. What that looks like on the scale, we'll see. It's not as cut and dry anymore. You know, you wish that it's the simple equation of, you know, if you burn 3,500 calories by being in a calorie deficit or doing extra movement, that you will lose exactly 1 pound of fat. And that doesn't always necessarily happen. The scale tends to go up, down, move, water weight, time of the month, all sorts of different factors in here. But here's the main foundation of what I'm gonna do. I am gonna put myself in a calorie deficit. I'm gonna do this by reducing my nutritional calories. I have been in a calorie maintenance for the last 4 months, sitting anywhere from 2,500 to 2,700 plus calories of intake per day, just to make sure my hormones are all stabilized, that everything's moving and grooving, I've got lots of energy, and there's no sort of feeling of lack going into this thing. And I think that was one of the biggest things for me, and watching myself actually literally maintain weight, which was pretty cool. Even having that high of calories, I feel like that's pretty high, especially for a woman at 43. I'm 5'8", 200-ish pounds. So yeah, so the goal is 12 weeks. It would be nice to get 1 pound a week. I'm gonna put myself in about a 500 plus calorie deficit, and we'll show you what the macros look like for me. All of this is just experiential. I'm not recommending that you do it this way or do it like this. It is helpful to know basically your stats are, right? How tall you are, how much you weigh, how much you're moving in your day, what heart rate zones you're moving into, what are your calories at, what are your macros at, are you getting enough protein in your day, are you having too many carbs, what's your fat intake look like? It is a lot of things to think about, but once you kind of wrap your head around the system, it becomes easier and easier to sustain and maintain for the long haul. And I think that that is something important that I would like to address. Being perimenopausal, menopause, I have a lot of clients who are women and in that 40, 50, 60 range. I also have clients who are in that 20 and 30 range. Really just taking a look at our lives in this day and age and how can we be in the best state for our health, our fitness, our mental health, our emotional health, and ultimately our spiritual health. Because at the end of the day, if you get down to the root of the questions of what was it that helped me change my life the most? And at the end of the day, it was my spiritual health that needed some resurrection. And, you know, we may touch on that in this vlog, we may not, and that's okay. But taking a look at the full picture, I think, is the biggest thing that I've learned after 17 years of continuing to be fit in all these areas, is making sure that I'm really maintaining and thriving in every aspect of what it is to be a human. And I've had to continually learn what that's like, and it's been a process and it's been a journey, and I can't wait to show you whatever this 12 weeks is gonna look like. Let's hit it. Today we are hiking Falcon Cove Trail, and it's Saturday. What day is it? September. It's not September yet. August 31st. And it is not clear out, so everything is green and lush and beautiful, and it's sopped in gray and foggy. But it's not raining on the Pacific Northwest, so that's great. And I think this thing round trip, 5 miles, wonderful day to get activity outside instead of the gym. This is how we're doing it. How about you, babe?
What?
Getting some good activity outside?
Get my steps in.
Getting her steps in. She loves to get her steps in outside.